Am I missing someone? Oh, yeah, Keen. All right, let me get rid of that. Okay, so it's a 14 instead of a 12.
Mm-hmm.
7 instead of a 5.
7 instead of a 5. And everyone else is good?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to set the escalation is to 0. Cellar is going to be a 0 as always. And the kobolds are... not
5.
40 d20s again. Good lord. Yeah, so out of the 40 kobolds that attacked, 5 of them crawled out of your kill zone.
Uh-huh.
Alright. And the kobolds roll a 14.
Okay.
Okay, and let me go ahead and put this in descending order, and you are good to go.
Okay.
Jarek, I believe we're starting with you and your natural 20.
Sure. And these 3 northern kobolds, which one of them has the least amount of hit points?
They are actually, for the sake of argument, I'll say blue.
Okay, blue. I don't suppose any of them are 5 or below, are they?
No.
That's
They
fine,
look
that's
like
fine.
they're a little worse for wear. They look like they're at about half health. They're staggered, but that's it.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I knew the health of these kobolds. Well, I'll position myself close enough so that over on the barricade, I don't feel like throwing a knife. Enough to use a chant of endings upon the blue kobold. That's 20 points of negative energy damage.
Okay, he is dropped to his knees, tries to stand up again, starts to fall down again. He looks like he's on his last legs.
Well, we might as well just put him down all the way then, right? With a quick action.
Yes, I guess
just
we
fucking
should.
snuff out his life force.
Kneel that motherfucker.
Well, no one's injured, so
motherfucker,
we'll just have the mist rub my body, and I'll compliment myself because I'm so great. Intern.
And he's dead. All right. Finn?
Why do you no heal me?
What?
Oh wait, no,
Because
we're
you're
at
not
full
hurt.
stuff.
Yeah, you're at max
No.
health.
Everyone got a
We've
blue.
literally taken no damage. All right, Finn.
He actually stubbed his toe before the battle. No, he didn't say anything. He was taking a leg champ. Okay,
Just looks
I'm going
back with
to.
giant anime eyes.
I'm gonna shoot my arrow at that
Alright.
motherfucker right there. That's just a D. I can't die. D6, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought. And that's 2 plus 4, which is 6.
Oh, wow. All right.
Boom.
16 is enough to hit them just barely. And which one are you firing at?
The yellow one.
This guy, that one, the
Right,
yellow one,
so
yeah.
you do 16 damage. Wow, you stick him right in the chest, and he is gasping now. Poor guy.
It's been a while since I
Not
used
poor guy.
this.
You know what? I have determined I am not going to start empathizing with my frickin' mooks.
Yeah, you're supposed
Although-
to be neutral,
Yeah.
DM.
But hey,
Sarcastic neutral, God.
we'll always remember Key.
Can't swim. All right.
And then I will, give a smirk to Colin and my turn.
All right. Keen.
I'll always remember. Okay, anyway.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time.
Actually,
Should I use the how much ammo do I have for the ballista?
5.
6. Oh,
bolts.
5. 5 bolts, yes. And it takes 2 turns
Okay.
to fire. So, no, I mean, you can
Huh.
fire the first turn, but then you'd spend the next turn reloading, and then you could fire the turn after that.
I mean, you can use your bow to target faraway enemies anyway, right? So you can just shoot at them.
Yeah,
With
I'll
blindness.
switch out to my bow, my regular bow of blindness, and shoot this guy.
All right.
Oh, my normal, just, mundane fucking bow of blindness.
Yes.
Aimed
Let's see if I hit.
Oh, dear God, yes.
Boom!
And,
And he's blinded.
Well, he's dead already, so.
yeah, go ahead and tell us where you hit him and what happened, because that man's dead.
Well, he's blinded so hard that he's hit in the eye, and he's blinded forever. Okay.
Okay,
Blinded
buries
to
into his
death.
skull.
Maybe like falls
It's
back
on
into
his-
one of the trip wires and just suspended there.
He gets to the afterlife, and he's still blind.
Yes.
He could be in hell for all he knows, because he's,
That's right.
blind.
Sorry.
Okay.
Died how he lived, blind.
That one's dead too. Next is Pearson. Your turn.
Well, since Pearson didn't chuck anything, he's still hidden behind his little barricade of tables there.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to do, and if you will allow it, is I want Pearson to just carefully put out his knife, keep his back against the tables, and keep his eyes up. If that kobold chooses to crawl over the tables, I want to jam my knife through its chin and strike it in like an ambush, like sneak attack type
Okay,
of
sure,
thing.
sure.
So-
Sure.
I'll ready my action, I guess, if that happens. If you choose to go my way.
All right.
Maybe
Are you
like
gonna go my way?
maybe like a stealth check using like a background to determine whether the kobold notices you, so you can get like a sneak attack or something. Would that be applicable?
Actually, I was going to go the reverse direction. I was going to have the kobold make a skill check at a penalty.
Okay.
So,
Groovy.
but yeah. And since it is the kobold's turn, let's go ahead and resolve that. So here's what it's going to do. I'm going to have him run a skill check at a penalty, and if he fails, you get a sneak attack on him.
Sweet.
All right.
And if he chooses to go my way, but I guess he's going to.
Yeah, he's
because-
going your way. He's scrabbling over the tables, and he's actually kind of haughty right now because he made it through when his brethren did not, and he's pretty
pride
sure and
goeth
confident in
before-
himself.
I
So he's
think
going to
it's the
start.
Bible that said pride goeth before the knife to the neck.
I
right?
do believe
If I
that
believe
was
that.
Deuteronomy or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
boy.
going to make a skill roll, but he's going to have a penalty because again, a bit of hubris, and since you've not moved the entire time. So
Nope.
Okay then.
Yeah.
He
I
he does not see you
Wait.
at all. Make an attack and then add your sneak attack. Like treat it
roll
as
to
a
hit?
sneak attack. Yeah, roll to hit and treat it as a sneak attack.
All right. 1d20 plus.
Give yourself an extra +2 on that
Oh, okay. Thank you.
because
So
he
plus-
really failed to see you.
Yay!
That
I
is
know.
definitely a hit. So do your
My standard
attack.
melee damage.
Mhm.
I take it. So 2d8 plus 3.
And your sneak attack damage.
Yeah, which is another 1d6. So he takes 11 points of damage.
11 points.
Shing.
All right.
All right. So actually, what happens is you stab it up at his chin. You don't quite get there. The table kind of blocks it, but you put a really deep gash in his chest, and he actually falls back off the tables, and is now still in between. The tables are still in between the two of you.
Excellent.
Okay. The other kobolds, this one is gonna crawl this way and get dispatched because he had 6 hit points. So that's what happens to him. And this one is actually
Going back the other way?
Eating himself?
He's gonna look back and forth, and then with nothing else to do, he's gonna try and run past the dog because the dog is technically still on a leash and on
Yeah.
a muzzle.
Well,
He's gonna
we
try
haven't
and run
released him
past the dog and the barbarian to try and get to you guys, but he's gonna incur 2 attacks of opportunity from them, which I'll just go ahead and do those.
Right. Might have a muzzle, but you can't put a muzzle on those claws. man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
They
Everyone
are
get
one is a
down.
hit, and I was saying the second one was the wait, no, both of those are hits because
Sweet.
it's okay. So both of those are hits. The dog. Let me find out what his damage is. That's just.
Would you say that he's going to get down on the floor and get down and do the
Let's see.
dinosaur?
Let's see. Your gouging teeth for the dog mold juggernaut says 15 damage.
Mhm. So I'm gonna say 12 damage because of the it's claws, not teeth, but still, it's claws. It's brutal. So we'll say that's 12 damage, and then the barbarian, we're just gonna say he's a level 2 fighter, so he does 8 damage. So that's gonna be 20 damage to him, and he is basically he's been slammed up against the wall, and he looks all but dead. So it's Cole's turn.
Finish the
I will
job. Complete the
finish
mission.
that. I guess I will take a good old fire poker and launch it at his tiny kobold head.
Not that tiny.
I was gonna say it more different. It's not that tiny.
I'm burning for you. Aw.
And you miss, sadly.
Swing and a miss.
What is your miss? No, it's kobold, so no mistake. Okay, yep, sadly you miss. Okay. It is Seller's turn. He really takes no action, so escalation die goes up to 1. Not that this is going to last too much longer.
Nope.
But we will keep the escalation die because I'm counting this as 1 battle.
Cool.
So, however, while we will keep it, it may flux back and forth. We'll see. All right,
Flex.
it's Jarek's. Yes, because that's what the die's like. Do you even roll, bro?
All right, this red kobold, with all the damage he sustained, does he have 5 or less hit points?
Yes, he is definitely.
Let's just end my turn
Yeah.
smiting
Hey.
it. The full round, just...
Hey there, Chief. Take one down for a team. Here comes Coach. Take a knee.
Right. There you go.
He realistically did not have many options. Let's face it. All right. So that's the first wave. Well, no, there still is another
Yep.
kobold.
Ow.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, is anyone else going to try? Because you guys can't see what's going on over here.
No.
Are you gonna take any actions, or should we just make this between Cole, Seller, and the kobold?
I'm gonna switch back to the ballista.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
See, if Finian or Cole want to help, that's perfectly fine, since they might be able to interrupt
Yeah,
the order, but they'll have to walk past
Cole-
the juggernaut.
Cole feels a bit useless at this particular point, so he's going to ask Finn if he's going to be okay without him.
Without him?
I will be back when the battle is done. I think Finian needs some. Sorry, excuse me. Pearson. Pearson needs some help.
Okay. If you...
And Cole is going to be doing what is this thing called?
The
It's
terrain
like
stunt?
a terrain stunt to actually run across the wall and jump over all of
Actually,
these
you have
things.
to roll to see if you can do it. You have to roll
And
a d6.
should he
and...
do it on his initiative turn? Because we've
Yeah.
so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm asking if anyone
Yeah.
wants to. If you want to do that, you will have to roll. Basically, here's how terrain stunt works: you roll a d6. If it's equal to or less than the escalation die, you can pull it off. But you have to wait until that. It works differently than swashbuckling. So, but the good news is that if you don't roll it, then it's not like you tried and failed. You get to kind of choose whether you want to do the terrain stunt or not.
Oh, so I like roll it and then I can try,
Right, and then if you
or-
fail, then you can say, well, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'll do something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you try and run through the kill zone and then fall flat on your face in it. That would be a bit too harsh.
Anyway, I used my full turn killing that one kobold and then getting back to my position. Finian apparently doesn't want to go through all of that hell for that
Right.
one kobold.
Can you blame me?
Well, you currently are standing in it, but there's even more hell right there. I mean, my goodness, look at that. It's like a little, whatever. Keen is getting back on the ballista, which puts us back at Cullimore.
Yes,
Well.
it does.
So what I would like to do is, while the kobold is back, stumbling, bleeding from the chin from that attack, Pearson is going to sneakily, on his legs, hands and knees, just move over to this corner and set up another ambush. Because I'm assume when the kobold's going to be going over the table, he's going to look down expecting another attack, and Pearson's going to come around the corner and try to break his neck.
Okay.
We'll see. I had Pearson put his knife away, and just as a quick action, as I'm waiting for an ambush, just gonna tell Seller to just bring my finger up to the list of my lips and just tell Seller to be quiet.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll actually move you below the kobold so that you take
Sure.
your turn after he does.
Okay, yeah. So okay, all right, cool.
All right. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is the kobold is utterly enraged, so he's going to roll a strength check because he's going to try and just bust right through the tables instead of climbing over them because it didn't work well last time. He's going to do a strength check, and of course these things don't have strength stats, so I'm kind of eyeballing it. We'll just do that. And he makes it. He busts through the tables. However, he doesn't do it very well. He busts through your barricade, so there's a giant hole in it now, but busting through it, he actually kind of throws his body against it, goes through it, and lands prone, and spends the rest of his turn trying to get up.
Perfect. All right.
Now, he does get up, but that takes up his whole turn, just so you know.
Oh god, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame. Okay. Well, one-on-one time. So, Cullimore is going to move up to attack, clearly. And let's see here. I guess we'll just start a new form, I suppose.
Because it is technically an ambush that you did purposely set up, I will also give you sneak attack damage on this first round.
Thank you. So I'll just roll to hit and add in the escalation dice. This time just a +6, because I don't get that sweet +2 you gave me last time. Yeah, I reckon that's it. He wasn't staggered, was he?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, he will be soon. So if I am doing my jab attack, I have to just roll d6 because I'm starting it. So the plan is going to just continue to stun him, and I'm going to just jab him right in the nose, so to speak. Just really crack him one. 12 damage.
Wow. All right then. He is staggered now. You smack him good in the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't see it coming. All right, then. Cole, it is your turn. If you want to do a terrain stunt, you will have to roll a 1.
All right.
And if you want, what I'll let you do is you can roll each turn, and you escalation die. If it goes up, it'll give you better chances, and then if you succeed, then you can go.
What a strange thing.
Well,
it's good to know.
Yeah, terrain stunt, that's how it works. You have to roll even to or less than the escalation die.
All right. So, freaking he'll try to do it, whatever. I wish I can get some pluses of this, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm just reading it right out of the book, my friend.
D6.
Stupid.
Wow.
Wow. Jesus. What a pro.
So
Cole just picks up like a few poles next to him, runs across the wall, launches himself off, and skids around here.
Okay, freaking bravo.
And that will be my move action. Is that it?
Yes, that is your move
action. So
I'm
going to launch a good old pole at this guy that I see through a hole in the barricade.
Well, because you critically failed, should you be able to act?
No, what? No, he didn't critically
that wasn't
fail.
a crit.
That was just to see if he could. That was just to see if he could do the terrain stuff. He had to roll a 1.
Oh, it's a D6. I just saw 1. I'm like, what?
Yeah. The terrain stunt mechanic requires him to meet the escalation die, which is a 1.
Oh.
Go below.
Oh,
it.
So he succeeded extremely well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he critically succeeded.
That's what I get for not fucking paying attention and just planning my next move. So I'll shut up.
You'll get to decide what size the poles are, medium or large.
I would call the poles mediums.
Okay. And mod of 1. I failed spectacularly.
Yeah. You after such a daring and amazing feat, you try to grab the pole, and when you raise it up to throw it, it literally slips out the back of your hand.
Cool.
Okay.
I've been rolling 1s.
Yes, you have. 1s everywhere. Hey, you're rolling the 1s out of the dice. That's what you're doing.
All right.
How it works.
It is Jarek, Finn, and Keen. Do any of you do anything, or are you just waiting?
I'm gonna
Finn's
wait
mouth
for,
drops open, watching Cole soar across the wall. Like, motherfucker.
Jared didn't even know that the hell walls had that kind of traction. He thought they'd be slippery than that. Full turn to contemplate this.
You actually see that Cole's would dig his toenails into the crevices of the mouths and eyes for footing.
Oh God.
I have it's a good thing I actually got this feat because I can now do terrain stunts inside of buildings and normal terrain. If this, I need to
and that is exactly what it's designed for. It is designed for you to do feats of amazement. Yeah. Keen, do you need to do anything, or are you just waiting for wave 2?
Who?
You.
Keen.
Oh, I was just going to go mutter under my breath, "Damn," and turn.
Okay. It is Kobold's turn.
I see what you got, you bloody piece of shit.
He gets up and he screams and he charges Pearson.
Uh-huh.
So it is a... what? There we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's enough to hit.
All right, that's 8 points of damage.
Okay, let me just take it.
And that's Kobold's turn.
Oh, good. Now it's my turn.
Yes,
and
it
he's
is.
staggered, you said,
yes,
right?
Yes, he is.
Wonderful. Pearson's going to give him a good old-fashioned uppercut now. We're moving on to my next form.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the next stage of my form. Oh.
Not quite enough to hit him.
But I still get to do gets to do half damage, though.
No, I don't think so. The problem with kobolds, they have a natural evasion where they do no miss damage. Yours is special, though. What does yours, do you know what yours actually says? Because I think it says if you miss, you still do half damage.
It's a punch attack. Yeah, it says miss, half damage.
I'm going to have to say no because kobolds are supposed to be immune to miss damage, and I think that's what that counts as.
All right. Let's just continue on then.
All right. Cole, your turn.
Oh,
wait. Out of curiosity, before I forget, did you add 2 to your die roll? Oh, good. Sorry, Cole.
Right. Not wanting to risk any particular... Like, okay, is the barricade wide
Don't fuck with my barricade.
It is, yes, it is absolutely wide enough for you to walk through. He bust through it, so a normal human size could walk through.
I'm going to approach beside him, and going to, going to just throw some poles pretty much just downwards at him.
Okay. Have at him.
See how this works.
That is enough to hit him. Was that an even?
No. I keep rolling ones. What's with all these ones?
I know, but you did get 6 points of damage on him, and that does hurt. Bonks him right in the head with the pole.
One possible idea for a later wave would be if anyone escapes, like pick them up and throw them back into the middle of the intersection.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, the problem is apparently the new rule is I can only pick up people and throw them, and I have to roll a 16 for the entire day to use it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a daily ability. It was
apparently.
Yeah.
That's what I said, like in a later wave. Like obviously you wouldn't want to waste it on this kobold.
No, he's gonna die next turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then it is the kobold's turn. It is kobold's turn again. Escalation has gone to 3. All right. Kobold is going to attack Pearson again. Actually, no. Pearson missed. Cole hit, so he's going to turn on his new attacker, and he's getting rather confused now, but he's going to attack Cole. That's enough to hit?
Yep.
8 damage. Alright, and that's it. It's your turn, Pearson.
Alright, continuing my form. The qualifier is a kick, but I add my own street fighting to this. If I hit, I'd like to take that kobold, grab it by the back of its head, and slam it against the corner of this wall.
Okay.
I critically hit him because he's staggered, and 18, 19, or 20 is my threat.
Oh my god. Right. Okay, do double damage.
Oh my god. So I just roll damage and then times it by 2?
Yeah, or you can roll the damage twice. It's up to you.
No, I'm going to just roll it and times it by 2 because I get to do my sneak attack too because he's engaged with someone as well.
It's true. Yeah.
Oh, good. 22 points of damage.
Dead. He's dead.
Yay!
Yeah, you slammed his head so far into the corner
skull.
that it split the head in 2, yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Pearson will quickly ask Cole, get back into place. I can fix up the barricade. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna leave the dead body where it is. My priority is to put that table back where it was.
I'm doing nothing where I am. I think I'm more useful here.
Stay hidden then, around the
I'll
corner.
stay
Just
right
come out
over
when we
here.
need it. Yeah. All right.
I was more curious how you expected him to get back to his place.
I will go and jump through hoops, man. I'll do
This will
that.
be good. This will be a good bonding experience.
You like call out to the intersection, time out, guys, time out. And he's like slowly trying to tiptoe through the glue and the tripwires and the rope.
Guys can see a Marco Polo in this bitch. All right. Anyways.
And the caltrops too. Don't forget
Finn's
the
gonna
caltrops.
try and see if he can get a visual on Cole, but obviously he can't. He's like, Cole?
So, after you guys dispatch the kobolds, there's still a lot of kobolds screaming and dying, and some are starting to run away now, and you hear behind them a very familiar voice cursing at the kobolds and telling them to get back in there, but getting more and more frustrated as Neelix seems to be unable to convince the kobolds to continue the attack. And for a brief moment, the hall starts to quiet down, except for the sounds of moaning, dead, dying kobolds in the middle. And there are just a pile of dead and dying in your kill zone. Now, you guys need to do anything. You've got maybe 30 seconds.
Nope, gonna just get back into position, underneath the tables, back against them with a vial in my hand.
I'm going to spend a recovery to get back to full.
I'm not gonna spend
Okay. Seller is going to...
I can't psychically communicate with these guys, and I'm not gonna risk it yelling so the other people can hear, so I'll just have to act on my own, which will be interesting.
I am next to you, I suppose.
Yeah, but there's... you don't control a dog or a ballista, so... you know.
No.
He controls
His
amazing
weaknesses.
feet.
Doesn't control a dog or a ballista. Damn it.
Yeah, that's my criteria. Do you have a dog?
No.
Nope. Do you have a ballista? Nope.
Then we can't be boyfriend
Got this
girlfriend.
dead kobold.
All right. So here's how round 2 is going to go. Most of the caltrops are going to be a non-factor this time because they can just walk over the bodies of the kobolds. However, I think the grease, most of the glue will still be a factor. Obviously, the fear will be a factor. The crossbow traps. Where were there were 4 crossbow traps, I believe. Where were
Yes.
they? I know 2 were at the very front.
they're all
the
the light blue.
lines.
Okay. They all went off in the first round because they would have been tripped by the first wave of kobolds. Do you plan on firing... I will tell you this. You see coming through the door a wave of actual humans this time. They look a bit tougher than the kobolds, but there also seems to be a bit less... It's not the wave of kobolds that you saw.
Okay.
But do you guys want to use ballistas? Do you want to use acid fire things?
I'm using a ballista. I'm gonna yell to release the dog.
And hearing the releasing of the dog, Pearson's gonna hold off. We can't show all our cards in one go. I'm saying this out of character, but fuck it, I don't care.
that's fine.
Pearson just don't want us to shoot. We want to keep some surprises for fucking Neelix.
Okay.
Sure.
So,
Mhm.
quiet.
Oh man,
Sounds great to me.
Helix is fucking fucked.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say-
A ballista bolt will be fired and release the hound.
Yes.
All right, doggy.
Okay.
Have
I'm-
fun nomming faces. Not ours. Not ours.
I'm going to say that because of the dog and the ballista bolt, I'm going to raise that by 2, and it's going to be because of their pluses. It's almost going to be exactly the same. It's going to be 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20. We'll make it through. Because
16.
these guys,
Oh, okay.
yeah, these guys are
Last time was 17.
right. That's why I said almost the same.
Oh, you said almost.
Yeah.
Yep.
These
There's their
guys are
bodies
tougher.
surfing on the kobolds. Like caltrops and marbles and broken glass. They're just
Yeah.
walking on
Yeah.
kobold shoes.
Aw.
All right.
Now I'm saying 4 kobolds and I just splattered one.
All right. So let's see.
Holy
One.
shit, only
Okay.
2.
2,
Wow.
yeah.
Only
Wow.
17.
The dog tears through them. You see 20
The
humans
puppets.
ready for battle, equipped for battle, and your trap, the dogs, the ballista bolt skewers 2 of them, they just tear through them. And
Would the dog be on here?
yes, the dog would be there.
the-
Nom, nom, nom,
Yes!
nom, nom, nom.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
in the middle of like all of the rope and the glue and like the kobold bodies. It's just made its own nest there.
Yep.
It doesn't know what's going on.
And now it's gonna act like a blender because it can't move.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I want cultists.
Okay.
Dinner.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
So-
Nom, nom.
Oh my, it's bacon! You
Oh god.
No
Bacon humans.
Okay, I'm just gonna do what I had originally planned. I expected more people to get through, but it
Well,
didn't. So the one
that's fate.
who the one who manages to get through unscathed, the one that rolled a natural 20, is in fact Neelix.
Ah, yes!
And he actually comes out on Pearson's side.
Oh, yes.
And
there's a god.
he strolls over his dead comrades, really pissed, and screams for you.
He's gonna get me.
Because
I love the image. It's just like this war-torn like battle, and he's just like calmly strolling, like ducks past the ballista bolt, like high steps over like the tripwires, and kicks the dog in the head to get the thing away from him.
Okay.
And he comes out and because he saw you in the fight, and he's like, Pearson! And then the other one who rolled a 19 is going to be... Oh, no, I can't use that one because that's actually the barbarian. I was going to put another barbarian there. Let's use this one. He actually makes it through the trap fairly unharmed while the dog was nomming on his friends. He kind of skitters around him. The ballista bolt already hit 2 people, so he gets through relatively unscathed. He did take a bit of damage, and he's here in front of the barbarian. You guys want to keep... we'll keep initiative because we're keeping the escalation die. I'll just roll initiative for... well, since there's only 2 of them, I'll just group them together, even though they technically are different stats. I am going to also... Grim suggested this. I'm going to take it take it to heart that generally, if there are different types of enemies, they will have different initiatives. But there's 2. So I think I'll waive the rule this time.
Okay.
So they are going to have an initiative of, dear God, I got to make sure not to roll 20 initiatives.
Dear God, it's full of
192. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Felix is fucking ready for this,
yeah,
man.
Felix is in his zone. Okay.
He is pumped.
You are ruining everything, Pearson. Everything.
All right.
You are why I can't have nice things.
All right, the escalation die is at 3. I was going to make it go down one when a lot of cultists got through, but that didn't ever happen. So it is their turn. We'll do the this cultist first. He is.
Oh, they get the act before me, huh?
Do they? Yeah, because he's 25.
No.
Right? Oh God!
He got
Oh
a
God!
29.
I'm so sorry.
29.
I thought you were 24. Yes. By all means, my apologies. Go get him.
I was like, all right, they get the act first. Like,
Go get him, killer.
Yeah.
If I
I guess I'm pondering how awesome I am. I mean, sure. Yeah, whatever. So, what enemy has the least hit points? Well, there's only one that I can even see, so he's going to end up being my target. So I guess I'm just going to have to summon a fucking hourglass of lightning and fucking fire it at him. And 21 versus magic defense for 23 points of negative energy damage.
That is certainly enough to hit him. That is going to do some damn good damage. All right, so he's down to... Okay. He is staggered.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Quick action. You see that, Finney? That was awesome, man. Intern.
God damn it.
I miss Cole.
All right. Okay. He is going to kind of reel from that, and he will attack the first person he sees, which would be that barbarian. I'm not going to waste time on rolling that. We'll just say they engage each other.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes.
Barbarian.
Oh my.
He cuts the barbarian, gives him a nasty cut on his chest. The barbarian. Actually, you know what? He fells the barbarian.
Whoa.
Down. Yeah. Dude, this man made it through your kill zone. He is not a slouch. He straight up slaughters
Did he
that
at
barbarian.
least, like,
That's what my
That's
sister
Yes,
was gonna
slut?
say.
The barbarian must have worn himself out holding the juggernaut. I think he was just mislabeled. He was mislabeled. That's what it was. Oh, he's the finest barbarian from the northern Iceland.
Did I say barbarian? What I meant was just slightly uncultured. Is really what I meant.
He's our intern barbarian. Sorry, he's
Or
our
the
intern.
term.
All right,
Other
Neelix.
just
Neelix is actually going to. All right, Neelix is actually going to stand there and say, "Pearson, come face me like a man." And then he's gonna stand there and wait for you. I can't believe he's doing this. Yeah, he would.
Please be like a man.
Go.
Yes, in the face.
Here we go.
Basically,
Kill my thunder.
he not really so much as taunting you, but more like just warrior to warrior. Come on.
Yeah.
So it's not a taunting tone. It's like more like a grudging "let's do this" kind of thing. And that's gonna be his turn.
All right. It's my turn now. Finn's going to kind of glance over at Jarek real quick and be like, watch this. And he's going to fire an arrow at that motherfucker right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you know he fornicates his mother? Did he brag that to you?
It's actually tattooed
Listen.
on his chest, believe it or not.
I'm a compulsive liar.
It
is blah blah blah, and I'm
Just gonna do
motherfucker.
Oddly enough, it is tattooed to his chest. That he does. No, that is sadly a miss. But you do 2 points of miss damage.
Interrupt action to snort derisively at Fidian.
Finn's going to just say fuck off real quickly.
Okay.
Now the rest of my turn.
Keen.
I'm gonna use my quick action to aim, and I'm gonna fire the ballista
You
at this guy.
already fired it into the kill
Jeez.
zone. You're gonna have to use this turn to reload it if you want to use it again.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
you fired it into the kill zone.
Fine. I'll switch to the bow of blindness.
All right.
And I'll just shoot.
God, I'll try to blind him.
You know, you're
Christ
pretty
heaven.
blasé about this magic bow that you got.
Oh my god, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
has 21 damage been enough for you, GM?
Yeah, and
Shadow.
he is hit badly. I'm gonna say you actually stick him in the neck. But
Awesome.
even though sticking him in the neck, he looks very pained. But he keeps coming, even though he can't really see very well because he's blinded for the next turn.
I thought it was a natural 16 or higher that made him blind.
Oh,
He's
is it? Is it
16
not?
out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw 22. Yes. So, but anyway, you stick him in the neck, but he keeps coming. But he looks very worse for wear.
I'm gonna yell at the wizard to actually do something. There's an enemy. Do
Magic
something.
so
Come on. Do
Spell.
something, motherfucker.
The wizard looks actually like he's about ready to crap himself.
Where did we hire these guys?
You didn't hire them. That's
Look, let's be fair.
The problem. You
Put the-
pay for the help you get.
Let's
Where
be
is
fair.
the
He
food
is crouching
finding?
in a hallway of hell. So
That's right.
This
watching
should be
this
right up
going
his
on.
alley.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
think. He's all talk. All right. It is Pearson's turn.
So Pearson isn't going to give Neelix the satisfaction of a reply. He's simply going to quickly pop up over the tables where he's standing, the vial of acid in his hands, looks Neelix in the eye with a steely glare, and throws it at his face.
I knew this was going to happen, but I had to play the character.
Ah!
No, that is not enough to get his physical defense.
And
He,
miss.
Neelix, grins evilly as he steps to the side, and your vial hits the juggernaut.
No!
Good, maybe the Juggernaut will attack the Neelix. That
He
would be
can't
cheap.
move.
Oh
God.
no!
He's in
He's
this
glue.
alchemist
Glue.
glue.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Stuck in all those bodies, and
We'd have-
that, even though it's like a 10-foot splash, it probably just hits just so that Neelix isn't touched by it.
Actually, let's hang on a second. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely well out of his range. So,
Yeah.
but
my turn.
all right.
Get Pearson quickly. He's Sadical. Now you can come out.
You would have that badass moment Neelix side says like, "Fuck, I call."
I basically, I guess Neelix just kind of expected something like that.
yeah.
All right.
You should.
Yeah, it's Cole's turn. Well, he didn't come out when you called him out, so.
Yeah, I thought what's good for the goose. Anyway.
Right.
I'm
Cole, your
Cole
turn.
is getting a little antsy. He will stick out his hand and roll a d20 to see what sort of object appears.
Oh my. Oh my.
There you go. He got the ones out of the system.
Can you give me just 2 seconds? Because I technically had a movement, didn't I?
Oh, you did. You do have a movement, yes.
Okay, I'm
I'll
not
still
gonna
count that
stand
roll,
there,
though.
Idiot, I'm going around the corner. Fuck Neelix. Fuck that.
Okay.
So Cole, you roll a 20. Yeah. For you. In your hands appears
There's a statue of me.
No, a small little imp
What?
holding a vial that looks like it's a vial of liquid fire, and on the vial is a note attached, "Throw me," and the imp looks very excited.
You like He scoops up the imp confused. Should I throw the entire thing?
The imp looks very excited and nods, and he gives you this grin.
Then will do.
Oh
And
my God.
will
Roll.
God.
Okay, here's how this is. You are rolling this against his physical defense, and if you hit, you are going to do.
Don't tell. Let's see if he hits first.
Yes. Okay. We'll
I
see
want
if
it
you
to be
hit
a
first.
surprise.
All right. So the escalation's at 3.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need to find out what this is because I'm not gonna roll damage yet. Roll d20 plus. Is there any pluses to hit?
Your strength, everything that you would be throwing normally, everything if you were just to throw a normal ranged attack. Okay, that definitely hits his physical defense.
Yes.
Please do.
Yes.
Please. Okay, so here's what happens. It hits and it explodes in a 10-foot radius and does 2d10 damage, fire damage, plus 6 ongoing fire damage.
Okay.
Oh
That is
my
what happens
God.
when you roll a 20 with those gauntlets.
10.
You know what I like to think? Just the sequence of events. Come out, Pierce, I want to see you. Comes out, throws a flask, miss, says shit. Neelix is all smile. Pearson just smiles, steps away. Cole comes in. I have
this
friends,
imp-
idiot.
With this imp that looks incredibly excited, grasping a vial with a note that says "throw me," and as you throw him, he expels his highest pitch as he hits his target,
So
and then
does
the
the
imp.
6 initial damage happen first?
No.
or is it-
That is going to be next turn. You do the 2d10, and you do 14 damage, and then on his turn, he will take 6 damage and try to save. And when it connects, the vial, the imp, and everything just explodes.
Since I rolled an even,
Mhm.
do I get to attack again?
Yes! Yes, you do.
Roll another 20!
I'm gonna throw a dead body at him.
Have you all seen The Fifth Element?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I watched most of it with you guys.
You know the guy who ambushes Bruce Willis? He's like, "Give me the cash!"
Oh yeah.
That's the imp, just like, "Throw me!"
And we'll deal another 15 damage to him.
Wow. Good job, Cole.
Hang
Jeez.
on a second. I am... Okay. And hopefully you are writing down what these do. I have them written down in case you forget, but gosh, I was waiting for you to roll a 20. Don't worry, I have it written down, so if you ever roll a 20 again, I can just tell you. Besides, it might be more random though. Good God, another 4. Okay, then. He is not quite staggered. Almost staggered.
He's
But-
been hit by a fiery bomb and now a dead kobold.
Yeah, Neelix has definitely lost his bluster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on.
And he's on fire.
And he's on fire, yes.
And he's on fire. Okay. Okay. That is your turn. Seller is not going to do anything yet. It is Jarek's turn again. Escalation die is now to
Escalation?
4. Yes.
Exciting. All of the wonderful things that I've ever wanted to hear in life. Well, free action to wonder what the hell that was that just transpired.
Yeah, you see like a freaking blare of light go around the corner.
So like a flash of fire after like a flash of acid, hit the damn dog wall in the middle. That doesn't seem important.
Oh, by the way, it is overlapping the ropes, so the ropes are now on fire.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Because especially since they were oil soaked as well. So.
Yes.
I know that your actual plan did say the ropes would be soaked with oil. So,
Mhm.
all right then.
Well-
you have a ringing. It's like an arena, fire now.
All right.
Yep.
A standard action to throw another arc of dark lightning at the surviving gentleman on this path. 21 versus magical defense for a disappointing 20 negative energy damage.
Okay, he gets hit. He takes one step towards you angrily, and then falls like a tree, dead.
Quick action to grin maliciously at Finian. And then a move action to well, I should probably check to see whether this shit went tits up, so... Let me, like, work my way around Finny and get to, like, here. Like, look down the corner.
You see, all you see,
Enter.
you see Neelix on fire. You see,
So
basically,
things are going well.
yeah, the walls around him look scorched, like there was an explosion, and you see him on fire, and you see the dog yowling in pain, and has acid burning through it.
And fire.
Yeah, and the fire. Well, no, the fire didn't hit the dog.
The fire didn't hit the dog; it hit the rope, which is
Yeah.
around it.
Oh, there's just a rope around it.
Yeah.
There's 200
Yeah.
feet of rope crisscrossing that intersection.
Oh, well, if it's crisscrossing, then yes,
crisscrossing.
he's on fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like
Yeah.
a net.
Yeah,
Anyway, the dog's on fire.
And acidic.
Pooch,
It's
no.
probably not a problem. Anyway, I'm done with my turn.
Okay. Okay, now it is Pearson's. I mean, not Pearson. Neelix's turn.
Neelix.
All right. Neelix is pissed, and he's going to charge your hastily constructed. I'm going to give him. He's going to have to not roll as well as the kobold did because you guys didn't have time to repair it fully, but he will still have to do a strength check.
And he's on fire, too.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
the-
And
Uh,
the
actually,
barricade's
yeah,
on
yeah.
fire.
Let me take the 6 points of damage.
The barricade is on fire too. Yeah.
Yes. NBA Jam!
Yeah, but he's already on fire. I don't think he's going to get more on fire.
No. It's merely like a flavor notation.
Right.
Him
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
flaming
Cinematic.
He is
Cinematic.
going to try and burst through, which he does not do.
Oh,
Loser. What a
sweet.
loser.
Oh my god, I can't wait to do. I have a special. Oh, I can't wait to swashbuckle. Oh, I
Okay.
can't wait.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
He hits the tables, but not with the force he would have wanted, and he backs off a few feet, and that is his turn.
He takes the ongoing damage and gets to make his save versus
Yes,
the ongoing.
I gave him the ongoing damage. I do need to have him make a save, which is 1d20.
I don't think the save's gonna help him much.
He doesn't even make the save.
Good.
Neelix
you
starts
should,
spouting insults. And it is now Finn's turn.
Finn is going to place his hands on his hip and look at Jarek and be like, not bad. And then kind of meander over and see if he can get an idea of what's going on, too. And that's his turn.
All right.
Keen is going to reload the ballista
Okay.
and turn.
All right.
Start of your turn, I suppose.
Yes, Pearson.
Okay. So I'm assuming since we use the escalation dice, if I have momentum from this entire battle, I still have that momentum, right?
Yes.
Good.
Does
then I'm-
missing with the acid vial count as you losing momentum?
Yes. I don't know. Does that count? You know what? I'm going to roll straight.
I'm not familiar with the mechanics.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's hits versus me taking damage.
Oh,
I've
right,
hit twice
right,
and I
right,
took
right.
damage once.
It's true. It's if he did damage last, he has it. If he received damage last, he doesn't. Thank you. Yes. So you
I
still have
understand.
momentum.
Excellent. Then as my swashbuckling move, what I would love to do is have Pearson run around the corner, press his hands against the flaming barricade, launch himself so his legs swing over the barricade, use that momentum to hit Neelix square in the chest in the hopes of pushing him back into the trap towards the wounded animal.
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's the
Bastard.
hope.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have you do. Because the swashbuckle, we will say that you can do that.
Roll the hit
You'll
on
have
it,
to
too.
roll to attack to hit.
Yeah.
I will give you, because really swashbuckle to go over the tables isn't really that much of a thing. I'll give you a
well, I was
+2.
thinking
Or no,
something.
+1 plus the escalation die for the hit.
+1 plus the escalation dice?
Yeah, so
Ooh,
whatever you
that gives-
normally give, +1.
Ooh. So that gives me a +10. So I
God.
got that.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to give him a chance to save.
Okay.
And we are going to just make a straight save if he gets a... I'll tell you what. If he gets below a 10, he falls completely into the trap.
Okay. Yeah!
That only.
Tell me more.
God.
Tell me more, Squid. I like this story. Go
It was
on.
meant
So-
to be.
So wait, I want you to describe it, and then Pearson's gonna have a quip. Alright.
So, you vault yourself over the table, and with both legs fully extended straight into his chest, you launch Neelix back into the dog. And he passes back through the trap, hits the dog, who angrily turns around and bites him in the shoulder and starts shaking him violently because now there's something the dog can take its aggression out on. And so Neelix is violently shaken around ropes and fire and acid, and he is just screaming bloody murder.
And as he screams, Pearson has a chance to smile, and he says, "You never were much of a Stonebridge king, Neelix, and now you're fucking dog food."
And I'm sorry, but with a 1 for a save roll, I don't think Neelix is long for this world.
Nope.
Like an interrupt action, like as I'm seeing the body of Neelix get launched into the hallway, like, look towards Phinean, like a wide-eyed, like, huh.
Finn does the exact same thing, ironically enough.
You guys are doing your little competition, and you just got one up by you don't even know who.
Oh, they'll
This
know.
is true.
Oh my god. Okay. So that ends that round. Neelix is thrown on the ground by the dog, and as he lies there with his lifeblood draining, his one last action is to look up at Pearson and says, "You may have killed me, but you are still done for." And with that, you hear very loud banging outside, like
Uh-oh.
the walls start shaking. And you've got about 15 seconds.
Alright, launch it back over the barricade.
Moving over here.
Yep, scrambling back into position.
And this time I'm not gonna, since it's still probably on fire, even if the flames are dying down, Pearson's gonna actually just go right here.
Okay, everyone ready? Are you gonna throw? Are you gonna use a ballista?
Yep.
Are you gonna throw any vials, Pearson?
Yes! Yes, please.
My god, it's the puppy from the initial.
There's a lot of fire going on already, so I'm gonna use the other acid flask.
puppy.
just like charges down the hallway. Neelix and like summoned and controlled this massive dog for the Merchant's combat.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, I can just have enough time to throw one vial, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna throw an acid one since there's plenty of fire going around.
It's actually a great decision because the other one wouldn't have really had an effect. But yes. What?
May I roll to see if I get my gauntlet use again, or should that be after the battle?
Should be after the battle. You can roll now.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't roll now because we'll forget. I'll forget at least. So go ahead and roll it now.
Sure. Got it.
Nice, very nice. So you can use it in the next battle. So as you guys prepare, the walls shake more and more and more, and in bursts. Hang on, let me switch over to the GM layer. In bursts through the door with great ferocity. These guys. Two earth elementals.
Oh God.
You.
Hmm?
Wow. Okay.
What?
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. One of you may realize that you haven't seen any magic users yet, and all of a sudden, maybe you know why.
Maybe they hated magic. Maybe they were just jerks.
Two earth elementals bust into the door and charge the dog swinging. Now, here's what I am going to do. They are earth elementals. They're going to walk over a lot of your traps. However, you still have the Juggernaut dog. You did throw acid as opposed to fire, which I think would be much more effective on them. You are firing a ballista. I am going to actually...
What about the alchemical grease? Did they fall down the stairs?
Actually, the thing is, when they stepped on the stairs, they crunched through the stairs, making their own traction.
Okay.
So, but Despite that, I am still going to give them a chance of not making it through your kill zone if they roll below a 5. Because most of your traps they would walk right through. However, there's enough there that I will give them a straight 1 in 4 shot of not even making it past the kill zone.
Okay.
So, no.
Yeah.
So they make it past the kill zone. And I'm going to... I will say, though, that they spend 1 turn beating the poor dog to death.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll their initiative. So their first turn... well, actually, you know what? Let me roll initiative, and then I'll determine. So, hang on a second. I actually have to pull this up. Okay, initiative plus 7. $16. So their initiative is a 16. And I will put this in descending order. Okay. So while they are still in the kill zone beating on the puppy, they will not be taking... They did take some damage from the... I will at least let you guys know that. They did take some damage from your acid and the ballista bolt, so you will not be fighting them at full strength, but they are going to walk right through your traps as soon as they're done with poor Pooch.
Okay. I guess fear doesn't really affect them all that much because they're stupid golems. So, sweet.
All right. Jarek, it is your turn.
All right. My character has an extensive magical background. What might he know about earth elementals?
He would know the following. Let me pull up the flavor text here. Flavor text. You do know that they have... Earth elementals have a habit of when they start taking a decent amount of damage, they will... hang on. They will, when they start taking a decent amount of damage, they will go into a sort of defensive stance called bouldering up. And what they will do is when they become this, they get a +2. They become harder to hit, so in other words, a +2 to their AC, a +2 to their AC. And they get it, basically, from what you've heard, when they're in that mode, if anyone is engaged with them, they do not escape them. The Earth Elemental just does not let them get out of combat. So they're not in that form yet. You do know that they have a chance of entering that form at any time.
Okay. It's going to be a quick action. I'll use my move action rather to cry out to Finian to not engage these in melee. Gonna use my standard action then. I can target a faraway enemy. I'm gonna target the top Earth Elemental. I'm gonna fire an acid arrow at it.
Okay.
That is a 22 versus physical defense. Does that hit?
Yes, actually it does.
I do 37 points of acid damage to the top Earth Elemental.
All right. Wow. Okay.
And also deals 5 ongoing.
So 32? 37?
37 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Hey, out of curiosity, since we finished up with Neelix, should the escalation dice be 1 more?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. That definitely
No
should
problem.
be. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to say it stays the same because while the momentum would have shifted, you did just have 2 Earth Elementals charge in, and you guys would be taken back enough that momentum would not still be swinging in your favor. It's kind of at a standstill right now because this is quite a sight. So we'll say it's still a 4. So you hit him. He screams an earthly scream, whatever that sounds like, and he does look rather damaged.
Okay. Quick action to consider whether to gloat over that or not, and just spend the rest of the turn in contemplation. In turn.
All right, Finn.
All right. Finn, after hearing Jarek, is gonna kind of back up a little bit and then fire his arrow at the top golem thing. Intermental?
Intermental, yeah. Not enough to hit him, I'm afraid, but you do miss damage. Hang on a second. Actually,
their weakness is high elves. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I will just tell you guys the ability. So whenever they are targeted by a natural attack of 10, or the natural roll is 10 or below, before they take damage, they are going to cast, or they're going to have 1d12 of damage healed before they take their damage. So in other words, you do 2 points of damage to him, but before that he heals himself for 1d12.
Son of a bitch.
That's definitely going to be an interrupt action derisive snort. Like,
Oh. Oh.
Finn
Alright.
just groans.
So he does. He actually heals himself a little bit.